What's up, guys? Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new to the channel, we talk about fitness, goals, and mainly focusing on weight loss, but of course, as well, focusing on exercises and muscle building. So, guys, if that sounds great to you, then keep watching. So today I'm going to share with you guys a little technique that's going to help you huge. This is so valuable and it's such a cool lesson that when you apply it, you'll actually see the value in it, and I really hope this is going to make a huge difference for you. So you're trying to lose weight, let's say. Let's use weight loss as the example, since that is sort of the primary topic of this channel. But this applies to anything. If you want to, build more muscle, if you want to, in fact, if you want to create any kind of new healthy routine, this is by far one of the best tricks I've personally ever come across. You basically get, I would say two types of people. Actually, three. Let's go with three. There's three types of people. The first type of person is somebody who can set a goal for themselves and be like, I'm going to do it right away. And they just all in, and they don't give a damn about what they have to do. They can literally, let's say they want to quit smoking, they will quit smoking cold turkey on the spot, no time wasted, and deal with everything, with the withdrawals and all that sort of stuff, right there and then. So that's the one type of person. I don't know about you, but that ain't me. I can't do that. I really struggle with that. However, there's obviously there's the second type of person. The second type of person is somebody who they try to quit, they try to, do that sort of thing, they try to quit smoking, and they force it, and they try and be like that hardcore number one, and that forcing basically negates the whole process, because they just kind of revert back to basically going back to the old habit because it's too hard. They just give up. It's too much of an effort to basically put all your energy into quitting, to going against something like that. You've set that goal and then you're like, yeah, I'm all in. And then it's the energy fades and the desire fades because it's so painful. It's really painful to endure something like that. The third way, and this is the way in which I want you to try, and I hope this really works for you, is to basically make your point of entry really, really low. Now, I know this goes against what most people would say, but here's the thing. If you're trying to give up something, let's say you're trying to give up smoking, or you're trying to lose weight, or you're trying to start a new diet, instead of going full force into it, try by just making the little steps that you need to be doing, make them smaller, because let's be honest, that's most of the problem. Is you see this new vision, it's okay, I want to lose 20 kilos or whatever, 50 pounds or whatever. You've got this big idea, and it's just it overwhelms you. You're just I can't deal with that. In the same moment, it's whoo, it's like somebody just threw a whole project onto you. And what we then tend to do is we just instantly withdraw, and we just say, no, I can't do it. Or you try it, but you're not doing it in the right attitude or energy. You're kind of okay, I'm going to do it, but you just let it overwhelm you, and then you just cut out. So what I'm trying to say is make your point of entry small. In other words, if you need to go, and you can make this as ridiculously low and high as you want, you can make, let's say you want to start a new gym workout routine. Make your point of entry so small. I heard a story where a person literally went in to the gym and they weren't allowed to work out for more than 5 minutes. So literally they arrived, put their clothes on, went to one exercise, did it for a minute, and then went back home. Now that's an extreme example, and I'm sure most of you could manage probably a bit more than 5 minutes at the gym. But the concept behind it is huge. You're teaching yourself to start committing to something. You're building basically the habit of going to the gym and working out. You're making it so easy to start. So what you do is you progress. By doing this, you progress yourself. For one whole week, you're for 1 whole week, I'm going to go to the gym. We're going to use that as an example. I'm going to go to the gym 5 minutes. If that's what you need. Understand, you could say 15 minutes, half an hour, whatever you're willing to sort of barter with yourself. But it must feel easy. It must feel easy to do with no complications. So go to the gym for 1 week at that chosen time interval. And then next week, basically in week number 2, you're going to double that. So you're going to double the time that you went. So you go now, 5 minutes? Now you're going to go 10 minutes. The next week after that, you're going to double it again. So now from 10 to 20 minutes. And 20 to 40 minutes, and 40 to 80 minutes if you like, or an hour. But at that stage, you can already start like slowing down, because now if you're doing an hour, let's say an hour and a half of gym, and you're doing that multiple times per week, you're already winning. So, but just start like that, and then find for yourself the point where you're like, wow, this is great. And you're feeling good, you're feeling that vibe, you're feeling that energy, you're feeling the results coming. But it's just to get you like kind of into that process. Let's use another example. Let's say you want to quit smoking. Give yourself an end date. Say, okay, by the time I want to quit on this day. And then you allow yourself to smoke as much as you want, or as normally as you want, for the first week. But on week 2, you have to commit to smoking a number, give yourself a number. So if you smoke 50 a day, which would be crazy, but let's say you smoke 50 a day. If you were doing 50 a day on your first week, now you're like, okay, I have to do 40 this week. Then, 40 a day. Then the next week, 30 a day. And so on. And you basically lowering that intake. You're not denying yourself. You're not cutting yourself off. But you are actively choosing to make it less. Now understand, you have to commit. That's the only thing you've got to do, is you have to commit fully to this process. So you have to decide, okay, no matter what, I'm going to stick to this process. So let's say you finally get to the final week where you're just about to hit your non-smoking goal. I'm pretty sure that by the time you've reached that point, you probably would have given up the smoking by that stage, or it would be very little. You've weaned yourself off. You've given yourself that time and permission, and you've basically created a new habit structure around doing that. So, guys, I want you to try this. If you're trying to reduce your chocolate intake, if you're trying to start a new diet, or sugar intake, let's use that one, don't deny yourself. In fact, I use this all the time. When I started drinking coffee when I was a teenager, I felt like that guy in the movie Limitless. If you don't know the movie, he basically takes this pill and it activates his brain, and he can use 100% of his brain, and it was like, woo, he had all this information, and he knew exactly what to do with it. And I was 16 when I had my first cup of coffee, and I was like, whoa, I felt this huge buzz. And I got coffee, I got a coffee addiction when I was really young. And I still to this day drink coffee. But here's the thing. I was drinking at some point at least 8 cups of coffee, minimum. That was the minimum for my day. I would drink sometimes more. I would have them always coming, flowing. It was like my water at some point. I just drank coffee. And then on top of it, I used to put 3 spoons of sugar in it with milk. So that was my fix, and I had that every day. I mean, if you do the math on 10 cups of coffee times 3 sugars, that's 30 sugars, 30 spoons of sugar, which is super unhealthy for you. I mean, that's crazy unhealthy. But what I started to realize is this isn't healthy for me. I get terrible coffee headaches. I feel bad. I feel like then if I don't have caffeine, I can't function. I have brain fog. I feel tired, sluggish. And so what happened was, I would say it was a good 5 years ago. I mean, I actually already started cutting down my caffeine before that. But I decided 5 years ago that I don't want to drink more than 2 cups of coffee. That was my rule. It was okay, 2 cups a day, and that's it. No more. I mean, I have now and then, I had a third, but I decided 2 cups of coffee. So how I went about doing that was exactly the method in which I'm suggesting to you here. I let myself drink the coffee, but every week I reduced, firstly, the sugar. So I went from 3 spoons to 2 spoons, then to 1.5 spoons, then to 1 spoon, then to half a spoon, and then I just cut the sugar out completely. And the same with the cups of coffee. I lowered the amounts of cups of coffee each week. So I went from, let's say 8 cups, then I went down to 5 cups, then I went down to 3 cups, and then I went down to 2 cups. And now I'm actually at the point where I actually drink decaffeinated coffee. So I'm drinking coffee, but I'm not even having as much caffeine anymore. I mean, decaffeinated does have a slight amount of caffeine, but it's so minimal compared to a normal regular cup of coffee. So guys, I hope this little lesson, this little technique, I know it seems weird, give it a try for yourself. I can't guarantee that it'll work for you. Like I say, there's those 3 types of people, but I want you to be one of the others, like either person 1 or person 2, because to be person 3 is just going to leave you stuck. And this whole channel is about growing. It's about making you a better version of yourself. So I want you to go out there, try this. Give yourself a 4-month, not even, maybe that's too far. Give yourself a 1-month period, so 4 weeks. And then say, okay, within 4 weeks, I'm going to reduce it like this every week. And you're going to just stick to that rule. Stick to it. Maybe on the first day it's a little bit tough, but you'll see, you'll adjust until you reach sort of the ideal for yourself that you say, I'm happy to drink, for me, my 2 decaf coffees a day. Find that for yourself and then just stick to it. It's not hard. You can do it. So guys, if you enjoyed this video, please comment in the chat below if you've got questions. Give me a thumbs up. It helps to spread this message, to share it, to help grow the channel, and of course to help other people see this content. And if you want to see more videos, then subscribe and hit the bell so that you'll see all the newest tips and tricks and the health educational stuff, fitness related stuff that I post. So guys, I hope you have an awesome week, and we'll see you in the next one. Ciao.